setting, the Football Club Stadium in Happy Valley.
Good afternoon, everybody from overseas. Thank you for joining us on the live stream and those that are yet to join. My name is Ralph Ibama, hopefully being joined by Richard Cook shortly. We hope it's a beautiful day. We're going to have a cracking game of rugby ahead, and I would like to make sure that the players are read out here. So we start with the HKU Sandy Bay Marauders. Number 27, Ivan Wong. Number 69, Lo Kai Yi. Number 71, Mark Chan. Number 14, Matthew Berry. Number 20, Vincent Tsoi. Number 62, Miguel Tan. Number 8, Chris Cockle. Number 122, Chikit Lam. Number 12, Hot Chun Lee. Number 19, Brian Varley. Number 26, Sam Down. Number 24, Benjamin Inglis. Number 28, Ethan Biddick. Number 16, Tommy Gyang. Number 77, Connor Slattery. And for the Discovery Bay Pirates, DB Pirates, number 22, Lachlan Jackman. Number 1, Daniel Lee. Number 25, Rich Donny. Number 4, Alex Boyer. Number 15, Gustav Young, Gus Young. Number 12, Tyler Guinea. Number 4, Julius Drake. Number 14, Charlie Campbell. Number 1, Bongi Shabala. Number 9, Andy Tasker. Number 888, Koji Ikeda. Number 12, Phil Collins. Number 13, Hogan Tumalatai. The players are getting ready. They're being clapped onto the pitch. It's a scorching day. Perfect weather for rugby, especially when you're sitting on the sideline and don't have to run around and get sweaty all over. We hope you enjoy the game. The referee is Billy Chan. We are playing with ARs because this is a Grand Championship final. And the referee is about to kick off. Andy Wilson will kick off for the DB Pirates. The referee is waiting. We're on a running clock today, so there we go. Ball's picked up. You can hear behind me the supporters. They like that hit. Hard and low. And another one. Looks like the Pirates want to put some physicality into this game early on. Box kick. One of the Pirates And a penalty. Pirates in a scoring position. Penalty for a high tackle. You may need to get used to this, but at this level, tackles are meant to be below the sternum. Pirates on the front foot early on. That's the first try for the Pirates. Superb forwards play by the Pirates. Once the big boys get going, it is very hard to stop them from that kind of distance. And that's unfortunately our first blood injury. Captain Jules Drake. Bit of a bloody face. Not sure if you can hear this in the background. The coach is calling for a scrum cap, but Julius says, I'd rather not. Conversion is good. 7-0 Pirates. Pirates Sandy Bay being a rivalry at all levels in Hong Kong rugby. Sandy Bay being a premiership club, Pirates are not. So at the seniors, this is a game that is very important for the Pirates to make their mark. Another penalty going to the Pirates, not rolling. That's the second in a row, and referees will pick up on that. Referee Billy Chan is not one to take any nonsense from players. And this is good refereeing because the standards are set early. Players now know they can't just be lazy and roll and be in the way. And all that to promote the game flowing. The 5-man line out. Ball is loose ball. Was picked up, but then put in touch. Sandy Bay would love to have that closer to the try line. But with the ARs, there's little to argue about. Now let's see if the Sandy Bay can make that line out a bit, work a bit better. Another loose ball. Sandy Bay retain possession. Trying to play out to the wing. Bit of a lucky bounce. Grubber kick through. And in touch. So that's a Pirates line out, but it's on their own 5-meter line. So that's always a dangerous position. And remember the new law trials. If the line out is not contested, it doesn't need to be straight. Knocked back by Pirates into their own in goal, and fortunately for them, they were able to ground it themselves, which means it's a scrum to the attacking team, to Sandy Bay on the 5-meter line. talking about the rivalry in these kind of games, this comes to the fore. We're expecting a very physical game, and thus far it hasn't disappointed. Score, Sandy Bay. Always a good opportunity if the forwards are all locked up in the scrum to get the quick ball out wide. And Sandy Bay played that to perfection. Sam Down was a scorer. Played formerly in the Prem and the Prem A. And you could see that by the width he kept in order to make it an easy score. Sam's sister, Rosie, incidentally, a big rival of our Pirates girls. And while the conversion is missed, the Pirates girls that formed a bit of a stellar generation with no less than 7 capped players for Hong Kong. And then last September at Twickenham, we had our very own Pirate, Flo Simons, figure in the final for Canada after she won a silver medal at the Paris Olympics the year before. Score is 7-5 Pirates. Conversion was missed. So from here, let's see. And a thundering tackle again on the ball carrier. Ball's loose. Regathered by Sandy Bay. And a decent exit kick to get the ball out of the 22.
Great hit up, Richie! Good hit, Richie!
That is good defense, but the Pirates forwards are putting a lot of pressure on these defenders. Sandy Bay almost won the ball again in the line-out, which is quite a feat because there's no contact allowed in the air, so the jumper must not be touched. But so far they've gone away with it. No advantage, referee is bringing it back for a high tackle. That's the second high tackle penalty and the third against Sandy Bay. And they'll need to be a little bit careful because referees tend to remember these things. And it can become a real disadvantage to have a penalty count going heavily against your team. Pirates kick for touch, and the line out is on the 5. Again, at this level, scrums are not meant to be pushed for more than 1.5 meters, or the referee will call hold or blow it up. Sole exception is an attacking scrum on the 5 meters. So this is a line out, but if a scrum results from it, like it did on the other side. Maul looked set very well, but the ball ended up being dropped. So scrum to Sandy Bay. Defending scrum, therefore no pushing beyond the 1.5 meters. Let's see how the second scrum holds up. See elbows going down on Sandy Bay's side. Advantage being played. Scrum of Andy Tasker of the Pirates is frantically looking for the ball, and the Sandy Bay players pretend that they don't understand why he wants it that quickly. So no quick tap, but let's see if the Pirates are able to move the ball out wide as quickly as Sandy Bay did. Ball stolen. Great steal by Sandy Bay. And a defensive kick to get the ball out of the 22 again. So it's a scoring opportunity for the Pirates. And they will be thinking we shouldn't waste too many of those. Looks like the Pirates are going to the front of the line out every time. It's Phil Collins, not the musician, Pirates player, very hard to stop. That's Captain Julius Drake, who had the blood injury earlier. Tyler Guinea gaining ground. Pugh, is it held up? Held up is the call from the referee, which means a goal line dropout. We thought we saw a thumbs up from the AR there, which would indicate that he saw a grounding, but the referee is the final decision maker on the pitch, and he judges it held up. So the goal line dropout gives possession back to the other team. And there's always potential for a quick counter-attack. Penalty against the Pirates for the support player going off his feet. And a good kick by the Sandy Bay, which gives them possession, gives them the line out past the halfway line. You can see the AR and the referee having a quick chat. Maybe the AR spotted something. In particularly, policing the offside lines is an important function of the ARs, but also any incidents of foul play that are taking place off the ball. Pirates trying to counter-ruck. Doesn't work. Referee brings it back for a penalty against the Pirates for a side entry. And the Sandy Bay kicker brings Sandy Bay back into the Pirates 22. It might be only their second visit to the 22, but the first one resulted in a try from roughly the same position, a line out roughly the same position. Referee has his arm out again. So there's an advantage being played in favor of Sandy Bay. And now the Sandy Bay forwards are going to work, trying to do what the Pirates did so well on the first try. And there you see the referee is bringing it back.
Get back! Get back! Get back!
Offside by the looks of it. Sandy Bay number 10 signals is kicking for goal. Number 10 will be Alex Tong according to the match sheet. Sandy Bay trying to get their noses in front. The kick is successful. Sandy Bay 8, Pirates 7. It's a game being fought hard. Thus far we've seen very positive rugby. And Sandy Bay have managed to get their noses in front. Let's see how the Pirates can respond. Let's play on because the Sandy Bay player played it inside the 10. But if the opposition plays it, it's play on. Pirates trying to put their forwards to work again. That was a cheeky attempt at a kicking run. The kicker was just quick enough to catch his opposing number. No doubt had he failed to do so, that would have been a heavy fine after the game. And Sandy Bay knocked the ball on, so we have a scrum to the Pirates. Scrum in a decent position outside the 22. Thus far, the scrums have been well managed by the referee. When you see the heads popping out, that usually means the front row is ready to play games of some sort. Let's see what happens here. Big carry. Oh. Pirates scrum half just fumbles the ball. Happens all the time. And you can see the front rowers pleading their case with the referee. There was a hint at boring in the previous scrum, but it stayed relatively stable. And I don't believe the referee will be too impressed with the comments. But you can see that he's moving to this side of the scrum, where the problem seems to occur. And this results in a penalty to the Pirates. Sandy Bay were not 10. There was a quick tap. Sandy Bay not 10. I don't see a referee's arm out, so he may just let it go. That looked a bit high there, that tackle. And again it goes to the forwards. Gaurav Sharma carrying the ball into contact.
Help him! Help him!
Players falling all over the place. Not usually a good sign. And the players have been penalized for going off their feet once already. Gaurav Sharma almost gets it to the line. Let's see if they can get it over this time.
Oh, why would you pull it that full?
And there is one of the quickest players on. Sam Brown was on the wing. He almost ran around everybody else. AR has spotted something which may well lead to a turnover. The referee would call the scrum, but it seems that the referee has spotted some foul play. If he did, it was just a warning. But he does call a penalty to Sandy Bay, and they're going to kick for touch by the looks of it. Tackle off the ball is the call. Always difficult to find a good angle from the 5-meter line. Kicker puts the line out on the Pirates' 10-meter line. Ball's going out quickly again. But Sandy Bay gets caught in the centers. Box kick now. And a mark is called in the 22. There seemed to be a Sandy Bay player attempting to charge down the ball, but not from the required 10 meters. So, but in the event he missed it. Sandy Bay line out, again on the 10, but on the other side of the pitch. There's a one-handed line-out throw. That's a bit unusual to see. Not illegal. The laws of rugby don't specify that you have to use two hands to throw the ball. Sandy Bay have a defensive kick again. That was another failed kick and chase by the Pirates. Referee brings it back again. By my count, the penalty count is now in favor of Sandy Bay. So the momentum has swung a little bit. Sandy Bay ahead by 1 point. And with an opportunity to gain further territory. We're about 26 minutes in, so it's less than 10 minutes to go to the half. Time has been off a few times, but by and large, 10 minutes will be the count. We all remember the YouTube video when Nigel Owens says, well, I'm straighter than that. This line-out throw came in that category. So the Pirates forwards get to ply their trade again in the scrum. You can see the chat going on. That could be trouble for Sandy Bay. He's grabbing his neck. Tip tackles are always an area, a problematic area. If the player lands on his head, it could be a red card. In the event the referee decides to be friendly on Sandy Bay and not have their players, one of their players, cool off for at least 10 minutes.
Nice, Ty. Let's go. Let's go, Ty.
It does provide the opportunity to the Pirates to have another attack as they're visiting the Sandy Bay 22. Lineouts have been fiercely contested. Looks like the jumpers are quite evenly matched. And like Sandy Bay on their last line out, they just go over the top. Oh, that was a beautiful line. Beautiful line of Pirates number 12. Unfortunately, he forgot to take the ball. Somehow, championship final seems to always be close. And this game is no exception so far. 1 point in it. Pirates about 5 minutes out from half time, with an opportunity to keep the pressure on, but they lost the ball, so we will likely see a defensive kick by one of the Sandy Bay defenders. Looks like the Pirates have won that ball, even though the feed was almost 75 degrees into the feet of the Sandy Bay players. And they have a penalty, and they take it quick again.
They're all off. Offside. Come on, they're offside. 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 Come on.
Referee is calling a knock-on. Of course, the reason you take a quick tap is because you want to make sure you don't get tackled by the Sandy Bay defenders, who need to keep their distance. Doesn't seem to be they're doing that, but so far they've got away with it. Another scrum to Sandy Bay. I think at that stage they'll be trying to hold out until half time and hope to get the ball away and out of that 22. You can see the scrum is not very stable at the moment, and it looks like Pirates are gaining dominancy in the scrum. However, referee is calling an offside. And of course, a penalty is always the easiest way to get out of your own 22, because then you can take the line out as well. We see the Pirates and supporters in the background, clapping. Pirates youth are present in numbers. Line out is retained by Sandy Bay. That was another tip tackle, and this time it's a yellow card. Player lands on his back. That will be a clear yellow card. I don't think Pirates have any reason to complain there.
What's the difference, sir?
That's a bit of a gift to Sandy Bay, because it looked like Pirates were close to winning the ball. And now again territory gain for Sandy Bay with about 1.5 minutes to go. Looks like at the moment things are not going Pirates' way. They'll really need to regroup during halftime, regardless of what happens in the next minute or so. Need to regroup and find a way to deal with the Sandy Bay onslaught. Now, this is where the shape of the rugby ball comes in. It looked like the perfect chip and chase. Unfortunately, the runner was not able to control the ball and knocked it on. Pirates lose it again. Lost. However, referee blows the whistle for halftime.
And the setting, the football club stadium in Happy Valley.
And we're back as the commentators. You've seen the video of the sevens. We're all looking forward to not just the primary rugby event in Hong Kong, the primary sports event in Hong Kong, and possibly the primary sports event in Asia, taking place in mid-April this year. And over there we will see some of the products of the Hong Kong youth rugby system. Now, Hong Kong Youth Sandy Bay is a club which has enormous depth. They go all the way from the Premiership to the community level in the seniors, but they also have a very big youth program that has produced numerous talents for the Hong Kong national team. And oddly so, the Pirates, DB Pirates being a much smaller club out in Discovery Bay, they have only one seniors team, which is the one that you see today on the feed. They have a youth program, though, that is punching well above its weight in terms of international talent. So I mentioned earlier, this September I was at Twickenham, and I was able to meet Nancy McGillivray, who plays for Ireland, plays a rugby at Exeter Chiefs in the Women's Premiership in England, played for Ireland in the World Cup, and our very own Flo Simons, who made the final with Canada. Flo Simons will be playing in the sevens as well. So if you want to see Olympic medalists and world vice champions in action, please make sure you make it out to the sevens. And this was all done. Flo and Nancy were part of a golden generation, most of whom won caps for Hong Kong. Gabby and Georgia Rivers, Izzy Litterhills, Shanna Forrest, Jenna Potgieter, Angelica Ibama, Sabay Lynham, Chloe Chan. They were all Pirates in the Pirates youth system and made it to the international stage in one shape or another. And you heard the Rivers family names. So James Rivers was in action with Hong Kong more recently, because on the boys' side there is an equal number of youth talent coming out of DB, and some people blame it on the water there. A very small club, punching well above its weight. And they're here with the second half of the Grand Champion final in the Championship 3 to restart. Referee Billy Chan checking with the captain and blows the whistle for the start of the second half. Tenacious tackling there by Sandy Bay. Captain Julius Drake making a run for it. Unfortunately, the pass goes astray and is knocked on the floor. Unfortunately, errors creeping into the Pirates game. They were suffering that from that in the first half. It's never a good thing to start like that in the second, but this is a game of chin up, next job. You can see the scrum, nice and stable. Boys are well rested in the break. Ooh. Oh. It's always nice if an opponent passes the ball to you. So Pirates back in possession, around the halfway line. Sandy Bay defense has been pretty solid though. There's a kick downfield, which stops just shy of the try line. Great kick by Sandy Bay. An overzealous Sandy Bay hooker thought he persuade the referee in the AR that it was a good. And another knock on by the Pirates. Errors are piling up now. Referee puts the mark on the 15-meter. Scrum to Sandy Bay. And no doubt they'll be looking to build off that for their next 22 visit. Referee blows up the scrum. Must have spotted something. Looks like the Sandy Bay loose had lost his footing. So there'll be just a reset. Thundering tackle in midfield and a steal by the Pirates. Good pressure from the Pirates backline. Back to the forwards to gain those valuable meters. Sandy Bay player diving into the ruck for no apparent reason. Kick through, and these are sometimes very difficult to stop. Charge down, but Sandy Bay retains possession. Pressure on the Sandy Bay defense. But another penalty against the Pirates for a side entry. The Sandy Bay kicker looks to have his favorite boots on for today. His kicking has been excellent so far.
Thank you.
They're going to line out not straight. It's understandable when the lineouts are fiercely contested and the jumpers are evenly matched. Always tempting to favor your own team and hope the referee doesn't spot it. AR puts his flag up. There's a few irritations starting to creep in. And it's the little things where a team withholds the ball to prevent a quick tap. Team supporters touch the ball when it goes into touch so that the quick throw is prevented. And that sort of stuff, combined with errors being made, sometimes leads to a bit of a niggle on the touchline. Thus far, nothing egregious. We'll see if the referee can keep the game under control. High tackle. Player dived into it, but you hit the neck and the head area, you're always in trouble. The referee is now having a word with the Pirates captain, making sure it is understood that if this continues, he will have to escalate the sanctions. And again, Sandy Bay provided with an easy opportunity to gain territory. So unfortunately, Richard Cook, our star commentator, has not joined me at the commentary box. Cookie, very, very experienced, one of the top commentators in Hong Kong, one would argue.
Release.
Oh, come from the side.
Great run by the Sandy Bay youngster. But he was caught out, holding on to the ball. Pirates had two players over the ball. Two players over the ball. You need to be very quick to clear them out, otherwise the penalty goes against you. Pirates with an excellent kick. Now back in the Sandy Bay half on the 10-meter line. Again, not straight. But you can see how high the jumpers get. Always difficult for the hooker to find his way past them. Now, towards the end of the second half, the Pirates looked like they were gaining dominance in the scrum. Let's see if they can continue that trend into this half. They're getting plenty of opportunity to practice at the moment. Meanwhile, we see the referee team for the next game walking past the commentary box. Having a busy day. Sandy Bay scrum holding strong. Pirates taking the ball into contact yet again. Forwards having a hard day's work at the moment. Sandy Bay player in the way. Some nifty work by the backs, but the ball is passed into touch. Pass inside and immediate pass back, which stumped some of the defenders. Sandy Bay luckily for them, had some defenders outside that kept on the pressure. Sandy Bay lineouts going to the back. And their favorite kicker. Players protesting, the ball went backwards. However, when there's a kick, defensive kick, there's no way the referee can be in line with the ball, so you drop it. You get the scrum against you. Incidentally, we see products of both Pirates and Sandy Bay Youth Rugby on the pitch in this game. That scrum is wheeling, and the referee judges that Sandy Bay was at fault. The dark arts of scrummaging. Always very difficult to see who started it when the scrum wheels. A very good kick by the Pirate Tyler Guinea. There's an excellent boot on him. Pirates deep into Sandy Bay territory. Close to the 5-meter line with a line out and a scoring opportunity. Pirates set up the mole. It looks like there's a Sandy Bay player on the ground who brings it down, but the referee doesn't seem to have spotted it. Still Pirates ball. Some Sandy Bay player clawing for the ball in the ruck. Again not spotted. Ball spills out. Pirates retain possession. They clear the threats. Ball stripped. Pirates still seem to have possession. But the referee blows up for a side entry. Somewhat unusual for attacking teams to be penalized for side entry. But when you're close to the line, the referee wants to make sure the attacking team doesn't gain an unfair advantage, of course. Sandy Bay with another easy opportunity to clear the lines and to get the ball out of their 22. One of the Pirates youngsters kicking the ball out to close to their own 10-meter line. Want to take an opportunity? See, the props have a friendly pat on the back, on each other's back. Want to take an opportunity to say hello to the overseas pirates that are watching from all around the globe. And undoubtedly there will be overseas Sandy Bay fans and former players and club members who are doing the same thing. No better way to stay connected with Hong Kong than watching your mates play from far away. The boys that you shed blood, sweat and tears with. Score has made remarkably stable. Still 8-7 to Sandy Bay. Pirates seem to gain a little bit of an edge in that scrum. Ooh, that ball was almost lost, but regathered by the Pirates player. Pirates a wave after wave of attack. But so far Sandy Bay defense stays sound. Pirates a wave after wave of attack, but they don't seem. And now the ball's been stripped, but the referee has spotted an earlier penalty. He's bringing it back. Penalizing Sandy Bay for a high tackle. Pirates opting for a penalty kick. Just in case you were wondering why water was coming on. Penalty kick probably being the sensible decision at this stage. As it brings the Pirates back in front. Been very evenly matched in the second part of the first half and so far in the second half. And rather than risking another unsuccessful visit to the opposition 22, Pirates elected to take the 3 points. Sandy Bay will be looking to make a quickly come back from that, which is one reason for this defensive kick. Defensive kick by the Pirates. Looks like there is a new level of energy to the Pirates at this stage. Maybe some of the subs that have come on. Well, that pressure translates into a scrum to the Pirates now. The ball was fumbled at the back of the ruck there. It's a hot day. You can see some hands on knees. And this is the time of the game where fitness starts making the difference.
Work hard, boys!
No reason to assume there's a major difference between either of these two teams. But the intensity, especially when it goes up at this stage, to separate the men from the boys who keep up with play. And then the Pirates go again. They're close to the try line. The referee considers that the player was rolling, meaning he was tackled and then should have released the ball. A little bit difficult to see from the angle where we're sitting. But Sandy Bay gets away with another easy exit from a situation that was very close to a try. For some reason, Sandy Bay is slow walking into this line out. Once you're behind, one can wonder if they shouldn't be speeding that up a little bit. So getting a little bit messy in the Sandy Bay back line. They don't seem to be able to get the ball out cleanly to the wings.
They're not going anywhere, boys! Hold him up! Hold him up!
Pirates now trying to hold up the player.
Hold him up!
And there seems to be a Sandy Bay player. And this is why. When the ball collapses, nobody needs to release. You can just lie on top of the ball. And it's a team that was not in possession going into the ball maul that gets the scrum put in. Clever play by the Pirates. Regaining possession in a very favorable part of the pitch. If I may also one shout out to earlier on in the season, there was a game where the Pirates played in all in black, nothing to do with New Zealand, but with the Black Dog and Mind Hong Kong initiatives to promote male mental health. There's been a lot of work going into that by the Pirates, Maddie Wilcox, and every now and then things happen, even in rugby. Players losing all hope. And there, a try by the Pirates. Speaking about things that are good for mental health, scoring a try is all the way up there. Being out there with your mates is all the way up there. And once things start working, when you pick up the intensity, that's where the euphoria sets in. Now, let's see if the Pirates can actually keep up the positivity and carry that through to the end of the game. Pirates now 15-8 up before the kick. Score was in the corner, so the kick is from just inside the 5-meter line. Always a difficult angle, in particular for a right footer. But he makes it. Tyler Guinea making the kick. Eric White was the try scorer. So the Pirates bench is going, getting very loud beside us. Pirates this time not kicking the ball out. We're trying to retain possession. Few loose passes there. An ill-advised attempt at a grubber kick. It looked like Pirates won the ball, but number 6 Dai Pugh was not rolling away quickly enough. According to the referee, was slowing down play. Followed by an excellent kick by Sandy Bay, who'll find the corner. Attacking line out on the 5 meter. Pirates are 17-8 up, but they're not home and dry yet. A converted try, or even an unconverted try, still puts Sandy Bay within touching distance, so they would not want this to result in a try. Sam Down doing good work there, but he's not able to get the ball out quickly enough. Ball was ripped by the Pirates, but there was a knee on the floor, and therefore the referee deems that the release, there was no clear release, and penalizes the Pirates. Now let's see, this is the stage of the game where you would want to go kick for goal, but because the Sandy Bay are more than a converted try behind, they're likely to go for the corner. I was wrong. They are going for goal. Maybe a strange decision on the face of it, but then it does put them in touch in the sense that a converted try will give them a win. Bit of a gamble. Unfortunately, and he missed it. Penalty kick was missed, and Pirates were able to come out of their own 22. Then there is a kick and chase. Bit of a coach killer that in this situation, one would think. So the Pirates back in possession. About 4 minutes to go. There's Lucky Jackman, the Pirates' man mountain, with 3 people around him. And the Pirates get a penalty. Going back to the earlier ruck, the referee spotted an infringement. Side entry. So the Pirates get an opportunity for territorial gain, which is crucial at this stage of the match. Oh, we have number 3 for the Pirates is coming off. Line out Pirates on the 10-meter line. I am pretty sure they will want to keep the momentum. Some pretty tired legs and faces out there. Understandable. But if they can keep that intensity that they had earlier on, that burst that resulted in their try. Maybe they can manage to get another one. And there's a bit of a lucky bounce, one would say. And a try for the Pirates. Gus Yang. First season for the Pirates. Formerly in Boston. Well, my daughter played rugby for Harvard. He was at Boston University, I believe, in Northeastern. And clearly hasn't lost any of his rugby skills. Scoring what is likely going to be the winning try for the Pirates. It's quite difficult to see how the Sandy Bay are going to come back from this. 22 to the Pirates to 8 for Sandy Bay with 1 kick to come. And the conversion is good. 24-8 to the Pirates. The team with only one senior squad is on the verge of beating the Prem Club. Who, it has to be said, have fought long and hard and have played an excellent game. Hogan Talamatay bursting through several defenders. Carry after carry after carry, and despite the errors that crept in towards the end of the second half and early on in the towards the end of the first half and early on in the second half, the Pirates have kept remarkable momentum in their forwards rushes. And the ball's going to be kicked into touch. It's going backwards, but no matter. This is the end of the game. Pirates win 24-8. A thank you to everybody that has been watching. Pirate supporters, Sandy Bay supporters. I'm sure the Sandy Bay players are gutted, but they fought hard. Great game of rugby. Great game of rugby to watch, hopefully also for you. Saying bye-bye from Hong Kong. Sorry, getting emotional here. Saying bye-bye from Hong Kong. Hope to see you at the Sevens, and good afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the day.